Hi Nathan, I'm Sabal, and this is why I want an Idea Lab. I even got a coat ready, professional occasion just for the video. That was a lie. I had a presentation today, but it is what it is. So I want to be a part of Idea Lab because I think it will be a very good opportunity to grow. Not just that, I think we have, trusting your judgment, we will have very successful and very ambitious people in Idea Lab, and I feel like the most people in society, they tend to lack ambition. I hope ambition is still there. Like for me, I have a goal of trying to build a school, not just like any school, like a accelerated school for like kids in different parts of the world. So this is my thought. After I get some cheddar, right? After I get some money, I want to create like the main or like the first cohort of the school in Nepal. That's where I'm from. That's where I was born, Nepal, because I feel like that's a wonderful, wonderful environment to grow. And Nepal, I also want to have a, what's it called, school in Brazil. Nothing particular. I think the quality at like third world countries we could benefit from that from different, what's it called, perspectives. Because I know when I go back to Nepal, like once every like 2-3 years, it's eye-opening. Every time I go back, I learn more and more. It's just we're shut off from, what's it called, what's really happening in the world, and it's good to have that opening. But the school ambition is there. It's a lot more complex than just like cool schools around the world. It's like I'm trying to create, the goal essentially is trying to create world-class people that will help change the world, like kind of like Harvard-ish in a way. It's designed to take anyone who goes into school, and they will become world class at any endeavor they choose. So, and let me see. Yeah. So the next 3 to 5 years, I think I will run multiple businesses. I think I will sell a few, but I know by next 2 years, I want to live in California because I think the best way to grow is putting yourself in a pressure cooker environment where you gotta like you have to rise to the levels, or it is what it is, or you falter, right? But I think California is where everything is hot, like mainly Silicon Valley. Yeah, that kind of sounds cliche, but I feel like Silicon Valley is where I'm gonna go next and hopefully dominate. Okay, that sounds a bit, hopefully win. Let's change it to that. And I also think Idea Lab has a lot of potential. Like I remember how Nathan was talking about like Y Combinator. I think we do have potential, but also I think we could contact Y Combinator like CEOs, like Gary Yang, the CEO of Y Combinator. I emailed to him pretty frequently. I emailed him not too a while ago, and he responds. I think we could pull something to create a perfect environment for like entrepreneurship. I think Gary Yang, the CEO of Y Combinator, I'm also connected on LinkedIn, of course. It's not, I've like chatted with them a bit, but I think we will be able to get some founders of VC companies and VCs and founders of startups to come talk and how they thought of the idea and how we're creating an Idea Lab, but how can we take that idea to the next level to have some basic infrastructure on the way? I think that would be good. And I think there's a lot of potential for Idea Lab. I feel like the best way is that we have a structured plan. It's not just we're going there to dilly-dally. I think we need to be focused and have a goal for every meeting. And I think Idea Lab, I think once a week, like how Nathan was talking about, I think sounds fine. I will, I feel like I will not collapse. I think this will be my top priority for next semester, because right now I have a couple of ideas for say, but I do want to take them to the moon. I'll just talk about my ideas. I'm trying to start a like AI, like automated, paperwork for the spa industry. My mom she owns a spa in, what's it called, Nova, Northern Virginia, and I have to deal with the paperwork. It's very tedious. I think I'll be able to automate that process. And the spa industry is pretty big, and I'm also connected with the, what's it called, head of like the Virginia, what's it called, spa, like I think it's called this, like cosmetology and barber or something. I do have them on LinkedIn, so there I do have some basic infrastructure going, but I still need to work on the full logistics of it. But that's one of my ideas, because I know how to work, because my mom, she put me in this position that since I was young, she just made me do all her paperwork. Like 7th grade, 6th grade football, had to deal with the like legal work of like the US government and like some regulations. So I can do that. I feel like I have a good understanding over it, and it will help my mom. And I feel like spas, there's major potential. But to scale it, it's a bit different, because, and it would be hard, because each state has their own, what's it called, like regulatory commission for like barbers and cosmetology. So I think it is ambitious, but ambition is the goal, right? You're not trying to do something small. You're trying to do something hard and meaningful. And oh yeah, my question about Idea Lab is how I think I already talked about it. How will we structure it? And I think we should make it like flexible, because we're the first cohort of Idea Lab. And I do see a lot of potential in Idea Lab. If every single university, like, I'm not going to be surprised if this works out. Every single university could adopt this, because I feel like this is a innovative and good strategy for ideas. Because essentially, you can't just have an idea. An idea, like Nathan was saying, it's meaningless, right? You need to have a plan in place to make the idea structure. Oh, data. Like, I remember data. That's the best way to confirm and validate an idea, is through data. But sometimes there isn't data, right? So I feel like, what would we do there? Like, if we are just in the scope of data, we're going to be limited. So I think we should be open to things with less data. But even though data is the most safe and it's the most secure, I feel like open-mindedness is always good. Yeah, I think other than that, I think Idea Lab is a wonderful place. I would be a wonderful candidate, but here's why. I'm good at coding. I've made a what's it called, a web scraper for VT Hacks. This is Virginia Tech's a premier hackathon. I made a web scraper. So basically, a web scraper New York event getter. That sounds complicated, so let me like break it down. Basically, the web. There's events happening in New York City on the web that's published. Like, let's say free food here, free event here, like matcha party here, like Labubu collection here, or like dining here, network here, right? So we basically got all the public information, me and two other guys, but like most of the stuff, not to be blunt, I did, but it's fine. So we got the information and we plugged it into Gemini, because the hackathon we were allowed, they gave us Gemini, like Gemini Pro for free. Gemini is basically an AI LLM model. We plugged it into an LLM model, and it got a map of New York City. And just to be fancy, we made it 3D, so it was pretty cool. It was a 3D map of New York City, and we plopped like events. So there's an event here in Times Square at this time. You could register, and when you press register, it like takes you to the website. It was pretty basic, but that was my first project ever, and I feel like, even though we didn't win, I did win AirPods, but I feel like I could do something bigger. And also, I have ambitions of going to California this summer, so I might miss Idea Lab because I'm going to a hackathon. It's not confirmed yet, but I think it will happen. But I'm going to Stanford for their premier hackathon. I feel like hackathons are the perfect place to go. Like the pressure cooker environment I was talking about, 36 hours to make a product with cracked or like really high quality people around you is something I inspire to do. Yeah, my values are entrepreneurship, grit, and yeah, I feel like that's a good summary of why. Let me see if anything I'm missing. Yeah, I guess to end of the video, I want to build a life that's meaningful to me and meaningful to the world. So yeah, it sounds cliche, but I believe in it, so it is what it is. Have a good day.